Three-pointer is good. Right on cue.
And right on cue, too, was the official. Looks like a technical foul because of the taunting after the three. We've seen this here at the tournament. This would not be the first time. Nice design play, nice pass. And I believe that's what they are looking at. 5 of 10 for three was Romeo Sam last game. 7 of 17 from the field, 19 points. She was the hot hand. And it looks like, yes, we are correct. Technical foul for taunting.
First is no good. And that's what Angelica DePaulo talking with the official about that. Is there a line between taunting and celebration?
Yeah, I think because she's looking directly at their bench as she's doing it is the reason why. It doesn't seem as much like a celebration, but either way, it's a fine line. And in a game like this, probably want to keep the celebration a little more discreet to yourself.
We were talking about the masked three-pointer celebration in the early rounds as well. This one gets the tee, and now a 5-point contest. Inside it goes. Kick out. Too hot to handle inside. Garner hangs onto it, though. I think was worried about the shot clock there. And forced up a shot she didn't need to.
Yeah, I was a little unaware of where the shot clock was. I'd like to see Stoker be more aggressive. She's had some space. They've run some plays forward to get the ball in her hands. But this EAC defense is physical. They make you hesitate on things that you normally would do without thinking.
Romero Sam, the spin, tries the baseline jumper, blocked, rebound, putback points for EAC.
Hey, she'd come back and tell you that was just a pass to my teammate inside.
And now this one can't be controlled. Dagan's the other way. And one. EAC takes it away, the bucket and the foul for the sophomore from Phoenix.
Hey, you think they remember that November 6th matchup? Absolutely. It's been on their mind as one of the only losses all season. They are playing with an edge and a fire, but they want to march on to the Final Four. Lots of basketball left to be played, but statement being made by their defense so far.
Big bounce on the free throw, and it goes the Gila Monsters' way. Sonato's into the ball game. Looking for Garner. She's really been the sole offense for CSI to this point.
Yeah, I was just about to say, other than a couple of free throws, no one else has scored in the game. Really hasn't had a ton of good looks.
Stoker has no room here. Another takeaway. Dagans again. And slowed down by EAC. Auza. Offensive board. And on the floor, they'll say no basket. And it is against EAC off the ball.
Yeah, I think it was a push on the rebound to create the space for the offensive rebound putback.
That's Trinity Alex Mayer out of Anchorage, Alaska, the sophomore.
Yeah, there you see at the bottom of your screen, two extends the hands. Nice catch by the officials.
Jensen gets a screen, tries it, he turns around, and tough look. Didn't get the bounce.
Yeah, transition's been where they've had the most success. Like the fact that she was aggressive to take it. Those are her shots. Barely rims out.
Layup too strong on the other end. EAC just has 2 points in the last couple of minutes, and now a foul called here as Morrow drives. And it goes against Dagans.
Only 6 free throws taken in this game. We talked about both teams having these defensive identities. Some of the top defenses in the nation. They've been defending without fouling, which means you have to be able to produce field goals, and looks like a travel, and it is.
Sonato whistled for the turnover.
He held the ball and took 2 steps. Maybe he didn't realize it, but when you're being pressured, you just want to get away from the pressure. Causes you to do a little sleepwalking there.
Final 90 seconds of quarter number 2 and half number 1. To the corner. 3-pointer rattles in.
Zero hesitation and a better celebration. She pointed to her bench this time instead of the other team's bench very calmly.
Romero Assam. Really good second quarter for her and this EAC team. Sonato can't get it to go. It is tipped out and will stay with CSI under a minute.
But right now the shots for CSI, very uncharacteristic, off balance, taking tough degree of difficulty shots because, again, you don't have a lot of options for freedom and space to be able to shoot the shots you want.
Romero Assam up to 8 points now. Barely kept alive. Good cut by Sonato underneath.
What a pass. Not sure that's the way they designed it, but they will take every bit of it.
Eight-point game right before the half. Gonzalez. Poked back, Dagans just with 3 on the shot clock. Runner, no good. Garner flies in for the rebound, and they'll say travel when she hits the deck.
Officials have done a good job. They've been on all the little things. Great defense to force the miss. The right rebound, but unfortunately couldn't gather her feet.
.15 seconds, shot clock off. EAC can have the final shot in unit. Again, the Golden Eagles will work the perimeter and drive. Jensen off the glass and in. Good start to Q3 for CSI.
We'll turn it a corner again and playing in the paint. EAC has really kept them out of the paint outside of the post-ups. Need more guard play like that. See if they can also play in transition.
Gonzalez comes in too hot. Off the rim and out. Samara Moro. Garner back to work down low. Too strong. Offensive rebound, and Stoker is fouled and will head to the line.
Feed inside. Like Stoker getting in on the glass action. When your offense isn't going, sometimes the best thing you can do is go get it off the glass.
You can tell the early changes in this third quarter. Head coach Randy Rogers working back inside with Ashley Garner. And Garner draws the crowd, sets up that offensive board for Stoker, who was in the right place at the right time. 1 for 2 at the line, though. Other way, Enriquez opens up her third quarter.
Yeah, I love the way they push after that miss. So good in transition.
Jensen had the 3 ball, but left it short. Other side for EAC. Enriquez looks to answer. Back-to-back buckets.
Hey, you need your big-time players to play big in big-time games. She is rising to the occasion.
Tough attempt on the other side. Out and running. Dagans loses the handle. poked by Morrow. It will stay with Eastern Arizona, the lead up to 10. Largest lead in this game by EAC was 14. About halfway through the second quarter. CSI struggling from behind the arc as well. Just 1 for 6 to this point. Whistle here and a foul against Morrow. That is her second. Cut inside, Enriquez. 3 straight baskets for Enriquez as she leads this Gila Monster squad in front.
Leading scorer on what's been the #1 team in the nation for a majority of the season. She has come to play and on a mission. EAC has a lot of returners from last year's team, and they want to finish the job, which would be a national championship for them.
Kickball here by Lucia Alza, sophomore guard from Uruguay. Inside it goes to Garner again. On the high block. Backs her way down and adds 2 more. Too easy for Ashley Garner.
Yeah, nice soft touch. We know she has the height advantage. She's been feasting all day. She needs a little more help from her teammates, though, and that time the alley-oop connection, no good.
Gonzalez just mistimed the jump. Good idea there, couldn't execute, and that is the 7th EAC turnover. Southern Idaho with 12 turnovers, but haven't had one in this third quarter. Garner again works her way back down. Ashley Garner is putting on a clinic.
Doing work. You see both teams being led by their leading scorer. Garner now up to 16. Enriquez with 19.
Dagan's on the other side. Goes down low and is blocked. Offensive rebound. Enriquez. Shot fake. Inside the arc, leaves it short. No whistle here, but it will go to CSI, escaping the baseline.
We haven't had as many tie-ups as we have in some of the other games, but nice block here. Keeps it in bounds. All the hustle plays is what it takes in a game like this.
That's 5'8" Zaya Graybull showing off the length to reach that one. Great cut. Easy 2. And a great play call.
Beautiful pass. The halftime adjustment was more offensive flow, and you're seeing that flow. Down 6.
Enriquez tries a mid-range. Rolls out. Tip to Dagans, who chases it down. Dirty work on the boards, but can't get the board. And out of bounds it goes. Empty possession for EAC.
All great shots, though. You got the shots you want. You have an offensive rebound to get another shot you want. Barely missed both of them.
Chloe Jensen. Enriquez, tight pressure here and rips it away. Romero Assam with the underhand flip. And 2 in transition.
More points off turnovers. Enriquez showing she's not just an offensive player. She locks in on defense too, and they have converted turnovers so well.
Morrow into a crowd down low, a tough finish underneath.
Well, she was such a pivotal part of their win against EAC earlier in the year and their win to get here. Much more aggressive in the second half. I didn't like her passive approach in that first half of this game.
Down low, Romero Assam.
Transferred late in the summer and had a lot of options of where she could call home. She chose EAC to be able to cut down nets, knowing what they had coming back and knowing who Coach DePaula was. She's made a great decision.
Low shot clock for Stoker. Morrow's got to put something up. One-handed. No good, but gets her own miss. Three-pointer. It's good. Big-time triple. Lead cut to 3.
Hey, she's been a different player in the second half. She had 22 in that first victory against them. She knows she can get it done against this team. That was a huge offensive rebound. Second chance 3.
Enriquez, clean lane to the bucket.
She said, don't you know who I am? This is what I do. I get buckets, and I play big on the big stage.
Morrow runs into a wall, and Dagan's the steal. A dime down low. Sent back out. Dagan's with room. Romero Assam can't answer with a 3 on the other end. Spinning is Hess. She's got a clean look. Goes with the floater and left it short.
And probably could have kicked it ahead to Garner. She was open as well. A little bit of fatigue maybe setting in here.
It has been a up-tempo and long stretch here in this third quarter. Romero Assam. Dagans tries the 3. Back iron. Stoker rips down the board.
She does, rips it away, prevents the jump ball, which would have went to EAC. EAC's been so good on defense.
Pick and roll. Good look down low. Hess can't connect again. Stoker adjusts and hits the shot.
Yeah, there may have been a foul there, but she could care less. She just knows this one possession game, and she's starting to heat up. She now is in double figures and almost a double-double with 8 rebounds.
1 minute remains in this third quarter. 46-43 our score. Enriquez goes to work. Gets the switch to Garner. Step back 3. Misses everything.
Great defense that time. One of the few possessions where she didn't just take matters into her own hands for success. 23 points in the game. She's been on a mission. Coach said in the post-game interview, Coach Rogers, hey, we've played against her a lot. She was in North Idaho in our league. We're familiar. Maybe that familiarity helped on that possession.
Naomi Sonato. Sonato the switch. Garner, CSI leading scorer today. Sonato drives the baseline and had a clean look. Couldn't convert. EAC can hold for the final shot. Over everybody in a miscommunication. Romero Assam was looking for Gonzalez coming off the screen. Send it to the scorer's table.
EAC now up to 10 turnovers in the game. That one could be costly, but they have a chance to get a stop.
Over the top, Garner can't get the roll. Ashley Garner had a good look inside, could not convert, and that will send.
And not a lot of free throws still taken in this game, but it all comes down to this one. 29 games in a row EAC has won. Spent most of the year at #1 in the country.
And a good look from the free throw line, no good. CSI the rebound, the chance to tie on the other ends. EAC has not hit a field goal since the 2:43 mark in the third quarter. Offensive rebound and put back.
Doing work in the paint. The birthday girl with another put back point.
Garner's up to 18.
Well, here's the thing for EAC. They've struggled in the half court to score in this game.
And a foul called here underneath the basket.
I like them going inside to the post.
That will be the third on Ashley Garner. Something to look at as we start this fourth quarter.
Yeah, limited amount of free throws in this game. Just 2 free throw shots so far by EAC. Cash in on the first. Mentioned the 29 games in a row that they've won. They've been on a mission to get to Lake Charles and advance to the final game. And they're 9 minutes away with a 3-point lead.
CSI with Stoker. Morrow. Free throw jumper and knocks it down.
Morrow's been in a groove. Nice pick and good pull-up.
Talked about how well she played in the previous matchup, starting to pick up the pace offensively here down the stretch. Now 4 for 6 from the field with 9 points for Morrow.
Yes, she was the leading scorer in the first matchup. 22 points, 4 or 5 from 3 in that game. She's definitely picking up the pace here.
To the corner. Tough drive, nice pass. And an open Guidry knocks down the 2.
Yeah, you have to love the way this team passes the rock. 12 assists on 21 made field goals.
Enriquez playing tight defense. Stoker thought about the three-pointer and will now have her pocket picked. Foul called here will go against Sonato.
Enriquez, an absolute competitor. So many times players that shoot the 3 and score points, they don't want to lock up, but she has been bringing it on defense all game long. Steal after steal, stop after stop. Love the way she has fit in with Coach DePaula and her culture.
Gonzalez has had a quiet game, 0 for 2 from the field, no scoring yet. Puts up a shot, no good. Romero Assam flags it down, drives and finishes. 7 points, 5 points is the lead.
Yeah, such an efficient offensive player. She does it inside and finishes at the rim well. Such a good three-point shooter.
Sonato was trying to kick out to Stoker, but not on the same page.
Coach DePaula preaches about, I want practices to be harder than the games so that when we get into games, it's a lot easier. Well, it's not easier on teams that play against them. Because of this defense, you have plays like that where you just completely throw it out of bounds because you just want to get this defensive pressure to be released.
Gonzalez, the team's table setter. Averaged 3.9 assists during the regular season. Can't get one here as that one won't go from Enriquez. 5-point game. CSI trying to cut it back to 1 possession. Stoker in the corner. Spins her way down low and a tough finish. 2 more for Savannah Stoker.
Love that move, and Stoker never changes her facial expression. She is always locked in.
Just 4 for 13 from the field. What a move on the other end for Gonzalez.
Yeah, you mentioned that she hadn't scored. That was a timely basket there. Nice step through.
Got the defender in the air, worked underneath. Hit the shot. Jensen on the roll. That's good. Knocked down by Macy Hess, the freshman forward from Gilbert, Arizona.
Yeah, a little guard-to-guard pick and roll there. Good execution for CSI.
Enriquez. Guarded on the perimeter. Gets a screen, drives, too strong, tips it out to CSI. Golden Eagles have it back in a 3-point contest. Morrow back into the game. And so is Dagans. 3 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists for the sophomore from Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah, Dagan's such a disruptor on defense. There you see her guarding the ball, forces a turnover instantly when she comes back in the game.
Was trapped up against the sideline, had nowhere to go. Eastern Arizona takes it away. Gonzalez. Switch and a mismatch down low. Romero Assam will drive with the left and kick out. Gonzalez for 3. Garner the board. 11th rebound for Ashley Garner. What a game for the CSI forward. Runner won't fall for Morrow. Dagans on the money. Romero Assam with 2 on the other ends.
And that's just poor transition defense. When Morrow drives as the point guard, you have to rotate for transition. Dagans takes advantage with another dime. Full court touchdown.
5-point game.
CSI struggling to figure out where to go. They play through their leading scorers in this game and leading scorers all year. And that one
had the look.
Yeah, it was right there.
Now just 4 for 14 from the field for Savannah Stoker.
Cannot get a better look than that, though.
Important defensive possession for CSI. And a takeaway. Stolen by Chloe Jensen.
A little bit surprised they didn't push it faster in that one.
Morrow looking for the foul. Got bumped. Clean play. EAC.
Just a 2-possession game. Both teams struggling to score here. Trading defensive stops.
Drew a crowd. Kicked out. Romero Assam. Big 3. 8-point lead for the Gila Monsters.
She's made big shots all year.
9 for 14 shooting today. Morrow inside to Stoker off the inbound, and a foul called. That will be the second on Eastern Arizona. And on the floor, Leah Nadolny, the French forward, French guard rather, into the ball game. Garner loses the handle, loose ball recollected. To the corner for 3. Will not fall. Dagans cuts through the perimeter.
Smart decision is just work the clock down.
Offensive foul. Nadolny fresh into the game, plants the feet, draws the charge.
Yeah, literally fresh into the game. Second possession in. Morrow goes for the steal, and the help side defense draws the charge.
Keeps the hopes for CSI alive here. Trailing by 8. They need a bucket on the offensive end. Morrow guarded tightly by Enriquez. Down to 10 on the shot clock. Nadaldi had the 3-point attempt. It did not go, but the foul was beforehand against EAC.
Well, now, not this shot, but from now on, they are in the bonus. It was 0 fouls just a bit ago, so too much contact inside.
And that will send Dagans to the bench with 4 fouls. An important note as one of EAC's most impactful players is out. Looking for help. Stoker. Allen Wood to Morrow. Spins down low. Wood Running low on time, got to put up something. One-legged three, nowhere close. Oh, and EAC had the transition, but the shot clock sounded first.
We'll talk about that toughness on defense. Coach DePaulo talks about this team having talent and toughness and a good mix of both. And we're seeing that on display. Locked in on defense. They want to be gritty and relentless, and that's what they've been all game. That was a big stop there to force the shot clock violation. We know they wanted the easy layup, but I think they'll take the time off the clock just the same.
Eastern Arizona can milk the clock down. Good screen and a switch. Poked away, out of play, but it stays with EAC and the Gila Monsters. Sonato is going to come in for Callan Wood.
The thing about playing against the Gila Monsters, you have to be able to create offense off the bounce because they take away your options within your offense that you like to be able to run your set plays. You got into a flow for a minute in the third, but Eastern Arizona stepped it up, and what a beautiful play.
Cutting back to the basket, 2 points for Alza.
Coach DePaulo in her bag of tricks at just the right time. The backdoor lob for the easy layup.
10-point contest. Morrow loses the handle. Nadolny spins down low, floats it up, and is fouled. That will put Southern Idaho in the bonus for the rest of the game. Free throws coming for the 5'8" guard.
Yes, spins, body control, goes for the scoop. It's fouled on the way up.
Dagan's back into the game. She's playing on 4 fouls. The first one will fall to cut it to 9. Single digits here, just a minute and 10 to work.
Well, we've seen a minute and 10 last much longer than a minute and 10 with a lot of possibilities of what can happen.
They'll need to foul. Don't do it yet. Enriquez drives here and now is fouled on the shot.
Enriquez wasn't looking to pull that out. She said, I'm going to go for this opportunity that I see. I'm a bucket. I'm going for a bucket, and no doubt that's a foul, and she will be shooting 2.
Got about 4 arms to the face up there. Misses the first free throw, though. Now 1 for 2 from the game.
Leads all scorers with 23 points. Set the tone early with shot making, steals for transition. She's had a different focus in this game.
And it's good. 9-point game. CSI carries it up under a minute. Sonato. Waiting for the offense to develop, but it's got to go. Not a lot of time. Nadolny drives in, can't hit. Enriquez has it. And can push it up the floor for Eastern Arizona. Kick ball here. Just like that, EAC creeping towards a semifinals appearance.
We're running out of time for CSI, but the defense in the fourth quarter again holds true yet again for EAC. Holding CSI to just 10 points in the quarter.
To the corner. And they'll burn the clock down. Still no fouling here from CSI. Now the 3. Early in the shot clock, not the smartest decision. CSI can run with it. Morrow. Somebody needs to take the 3. Top of the arc. And there it is. Freshman Sarah Walker comes into the game for that reason. Knocks down a triple from the top of the arc. Southern Idaho cuts it to 6. burned a lot of time in the process in just 11 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it's always that conversation of game management towards the end. Do you foul or do you let the clock play out? They chose to let the clock play out more. They did get a rebound in a 3. Just 11 seconds left. They will advance the ball. We have seen, again, all kinds of March Madness and March Magic here every year in the NJCAA tournament, along with the NCAA tournament. But for Eastern Arizona, most importantly, get the ball inbounds. You do not have the jump ball. So if CSI is able to tie up a jump ball right away or get a steal, it's obviously live action. 2-possession game. You need 3s. Running out of time. A lot of things to play out. Need a lot of things to go your way if you're CSI. And again, for Eastern Arizona, so important. No off-the-ball fouls. Keep everything clean. There you see a little time added. 12.2 we have left.
This inbound is going to be really important for the Gila Monsters. Esmeralda Enriquez, 23 points, 4 rebounds. Denasia Romero-Assam, another fine shooting day. 3 for 6 from deep, 6 for 12 in total.
She's been huge. I mean, every 3. The 3-point shooting, it has been a big difference in the game. Even though it's just 2 points, that is the difference, or 2 shots, excuse me. That's the difference in the game. And the turnovers for Southern Idaho, 17 in the game. Uncharacteristic, but forced because of the gritty defense of the Gila Monsters. Points in the paint for EAC to go with it. 30 points in the paint. Really have put together a complete game.
And even the players that did not provide a scoring spark for EAC, Stephanie Gonzalez still had 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and played some really good defense. And then Anae Daggins, 7 boards, 4 assists, a number of steals to go along with her 3 points.
Yeah, Coach talks about what she loves about her team is the ultimate goal of just winning, that everyone buys into the culture and does whatever it takes for winning, not playing for stats. It's a team-first mentality.
What do you think of this move, Coach? Angelica DePaulo stretched the timeout. EAC called their own. So each side with just 2 remaining.
Well, no better time to talk about how to win the game and close it out in the final 12 seconds to make sure you get it right. Want to leave no regrets.
And now CSI is going to call a timeout. Head coach Randy Rogers not happy.
Says he's taking the full. Little gamesmanship between the 2 coaches. Timeout after timeout. I'm sure CSI wishes they had a little bit more to talk about with more time, but unfortunately, I think the message is clear what both teams want to do. Randy Rogers with a terrific season, 24 seasons at the helm at CSI. He's the all-time winningest coach in CSI women's basketball history, a teacher, definitely never settling for mediocre, and wanted excellence, wanted to get back here. The freshman class that didn't get a chance to participate last year, Salt Lake punched their ticket, and they wanted to right the ship. They did beat Salt Lake in the championship game to get here, and they beat Eastern Arizona early in the year on November 6th in overtime. But with 12 seconds to go, Eastern Arizona has been on a mission for this redemption.
So 3 straight timeouts have concluded, and now an inbound coming for Eastern Arizona. Daggins will be fouled immediately. Less than a second off the clock. One for one from the stripe today.
And we saw this yesterday. The steal happened on the second foul, or right before it, assuming that it was going to get in, and it almost happened again.
Nearly talking it into existence. Poked out of play. It will stay with Eastern Arizona. Now 10.2 on the clock. Still need another foul. Inbound. And there's the foul. That should be the one to send Eastern Arizona to the line, and it will.
Southern Idaho does have a timeout left. Big free throws to just make this a, there it is. And now 3-possession game.
Two for two from the line. Final timeout for head coach Randy Rogers will allow him to advance the ball. 8 points now, the difference. CSI gonna need a miracle. EAC just doing enough to get it done. $20 points off turnovers for the Gila Monsters. CSI did limit those turnovers in this second half. Had 12 at the break, only 5 here in half number 2. The bench points have been a big point of emphasis for EAC as well.
Yeah, Southern Idaho came out in the third quarter, outscored EAC by 5. But they've been outscored by 5 in this quarter, 18-13 respectively for both quarters. And with just 8 seconds left.
Sonato, Tamoro needs the 3, won't go, tipped out, and an inbound